218 BC Battle of the Trebia. Hannibal's Carthaginian army heavily defeats Roman forces on Italian soil during the Second Punic War. 665 Ildefonsus, Archbishop of Toledo, and later saint, reportedly has a vision of the Virgin Mary, who presents him with a priestly vestment. In 1118 Alfonso I of Aragon occupies Zaragoza, taking Moorish Taifa Zaragoza from the Moors. In 1271 Mongol Emperor Kublai Khan renames his empire Yuan, marking the start of the Yuan Dynasty of China. In 1352 Etienne Aubert elected as Pope Innocentius VI. In 1385 Peace of Tournai Dutch Dornick signed between the Burgundian Duke Philip II and the rebellious city of Ghent. In 1406 Anton of Burgundy becomes Duke of Brabant. In 1603 First Fleet of the Dutch East India Company under Admiral Steven van der Haken departs for the East Indies. In 1621 English Parliament accept unanimously Protestation Tasman Reaches NZ 1642 Abel Tasman's expedition is the first European voyage to reach New Zealand, sailing into Wharewharangi Bay at the top of the South Island, making the first confirmed contact with Maori. In 1719 Thomas Fleet publishes Mother Goose's Melodies for Children in Boston, Massachusetts. Cook's skirmish with Maori 1773 A skirmish at Grass Cove in Queen Charlotte Sound results in the deaths of 2 Maori and 9 members of James Cook's expedition, New Zealand. In 1774 Empress Maria Theresa expels Jews from Prague, Bohemia and Moravia. 1777 First U.S. National Thanksgiving Day, commemorating British General Burgoyne's surrender. In 1787 New Jersey becomes the third state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. In 1793 surrender of the frigate La Lutine by French royalists to Lord Hood, renamed HMS Lutine. She later becomes a famous treasure wreck. 1796 First U.S. newspaper to appear on Sunday Baltimore Monitor. In 1813 British take Fort Niagara in War of 1812. HMS Beagle reaches Tierra del Fuego 1830. 2 HMS Beagle with Charles Darwin aboard reaches Tierra del Fuego for the first time. In 1849 William Bond obtains first photograph of moon through a telescope. In 1862 Battle at Lexington, Tennessee, part of Forrest's second raid. 1865 First U.S. cattle importation law passed. In 1867 around 49 victims of Angola Horror train wreck burned to death in Angola, New York. In 1869 Canada's Hamilton Football Club plays its first game. In 1878 French SS Byzantin sinks after collision in Dardanelles, 210 killed. In 1878 John Kehoe, the last of the Molly Maguires, is executed in Pennsylvania. In 1888 Richard Wetherill and his brother-in-law discover the ancient Anasazi ruins of Mesa Verde, Colorado. In 1890 Frederick Lugard's British expedition to Meng and Kampala, Uganda. Bruckner's 8th Symphony 1892 Anton Bruckner's Symphony No. 8 premieres at the Wiener Musikverein, with Hans Richter leading the Wiener Philharmonic. The Nutcracker 1890 Piotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky's ballet The Nutcracker premieres in St. Petersburg, Russia, now the world's most performed ballet. His final opera Isolantra also premieres. In 1894 Day 4 of the first cricket test Australia v England, England following on 4-268, 7 in front. In 1898 first automobile speed record set of 63 kph 39 mph by French Count Gaston de Chasseloup-Plaubert of Paris. In 1899 Field Marshal Lord Roberts appointed British Supreme Commander in South Africa. In 1900 the Upper Ferntree Gully to Gembrook narrow gauge 2 FD6 in or 762 mm railway, now the Puffing Billy Railway in Victoria, Australia, is opened for traffic. UK Education Act 1902 British Parliament passes the Education Act, which will come to be regarded as the most important legislation of Arthur Balfour's government. In 1905 H.V. Horden takes 8-81 in second innings of first-class debut in SWVQLD. In 1911 first exhibition of the German expressionist artist group Der Blaue Reiter at Heinrich Tannhäuser's Modern Gallery in Munich. Paintings by 14 artists were shown, including Henry Rousseau, Albert Bloch, Wassily Kandinsky, Franz Marc, Gabriel M. Enter, and Arnold Schoenberg. In 1912, Piltdown Man, later discovered to be a hoax, is supposedly found in the Piltdown gravel pit by Charles Darwin. In 1913, the Indian Inquiry Commission, also known as the Solomon Commission, commences its sittings in Pretoria. In 1916, Battle of Verdun, longest of World War I, officially ends in German defeat after 9 months of fighting and almost 1 million total casualties. In 1917, the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, authorizing prohibition of alcohol, is approved by the U.S. Congress and sent to the States for ratification. 1. Finnish independence recognized 1917 as Soviet government issues a decree recognizing Finland as newly declared independence. NS. December 31, 1920. First U.S. postage stamps printed without the words United States or U.S. In 1923, International Zone of Tanya set up in Morocco. In 1935, the Lankasamar Samarja Party is founded in Ceylon. In 1936, Queensland Cricket All Out for 49 Vivek, Fleetwood Smith 7-17. In 1936, Zulin, first giant panda to come to US from China, arrives in San Francisco. In 1939, Finnish Army recaptures Agel JRVI Karelia. 1941-44, surviving crewmen of German U-434 surrender to the HMS Blanknia after scuttling their wounded submarine. 2 are lost. In 1941, Japanese troops land on Hong Kong. In 1944, Nazi occupiers of Amsterdam destroy electricity plants. In 1944, US destroyers Hull, Spence Monaghan sink in Typhoon, Philippines. In 1945, Uruguay joins the United Nations. In 1946, TVS first network dramatic serial Faraway Hill ends 2-month run in US. Optissima Pax 1947, Pope Pius Roman XII publishes encyclical Optissima Pax on prescribing public prayers for social and world peace. In 1948, Indonesia begins its second political election. In 1948, WDSU-TV